I've noticed something very peculiar in this garden here in Ecuador, that the moment you have bare soil, anything that has a good soil coverage on it, it will be covered with vegetation incredibly rapidly. So it's an understanding of the plants themselves that they have this built-in mechanism to cover every bare inch of dirt with growth. It's a mechanism that is very powerful, and it gives humans a really interesting message, is that maybe the focus doesn't have to be on plant material as much as the soil. So what I'm getting at is, if you have really good soil, or if you promote really good soil by, adding compost and worm castings, whatever it may be, the moment you condition your soil, you can stand back as a human being and the plants will do the rest. And if that really is the case, that the soil has so much power and offers so much to plant material, that possibly could be the solution to many problems we have on Earth. And by conditioning the soil in such a way that life will just simply take over, is an amazing thing that isn't promoted enough. Soil is the starting point, vegetation is the end point. So if you invite plants to grow in great soil, they will do incredibly well. If you invite plants to grow in terrible soils, they will exhibit a struggle. And really speaking, that struggle of bad soil is completely unnecessary. So the human input has to be soil improvement as the starting point. If you condition your soil in such a way that life doesn't exhibit a struggle when it grows there, your gardens will flourish. So everything starts with soil, and when you offer plants the right soils, they know what to do. You don't have to tell them anything. They know exactly what to do. If it's in your intention to show plants, the specific plants that you want to grow there, that is another story. But as long as the soil is in a position to support life in such a simple way, where the plant knows what to do, the roots know what to do, the microorganisms in the soil are helping, so everything's helping each other along, even the plants talking to each other, working together, root systems interacting with each other. As long as the soil is thick enough, nutrient rich enough, and chemical free, you basically have this Garden of Eden effect, where everything falls into place. Like, we have so many insects in here. If you touch this, it's like 50 insects that come out every square foot. And what happens with that is there's lizards in here everywhere. There's all these plants supporting life, different life. So this layering effect starts with the soil itself. If you have good soil, everything else will fall into place. If you have really average soil, the life that's trying to grow in that soil is going to struggle. And the question as a human is, what can we influence? So this idea of influencing something is important. So if you start out with a really good soil, you're influencing everything that takes place later on. So by investing in your soils and creating great topsoils for life to flourish in, is the starting point of every garden. And I think that's not considered enough. That soil is everything, and it's the starting point.